Hi YouTube, what's up? It's Connor Vita back here with another video today. I don't know what this video is going to be about right now, but hopefully it's going to be a long one, because the last one was only like 9 minutes long for this channel. But I'm going to try and think about some stuff to do and put it all together into one big video. But I might wrap up some of the videos. This one might be like a long premiere. I'm not sure yet. But now, we know a little thing about NHL coming back. I know my last one was just about the qmjhl, but now we're going to the NHL. But first, I will talk about the qmjhl. So the qmjhl stands for the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. But all the teams in the qmjhl aren't in Quebec. Some in Nova Scotia, some in New Brunswick, and the rest are in, and one is PEI, and the rest Quebec. So I'm going to get all the teams up here on my phone. Teams, and I'll do some history lessons about the teams. So just a minute there, here guys. Okay, so we have the Arcade Bassett Citan, the Bay Kumau Dakar. They didn't update this. They didn't update, like I was talking about in the last video. They didn't update it from the Keep Renton Scheming Eagles to the Keep Renton Eagles. So we have the Keep Renton Eagles. We have the Shakudmi Greens. We also have the Halifax Mooseheads. So here's the Battle of Nova Scotia, as they call it. What is it called? What is it called? Okay, so in the Battle of Nova Scotia, they have a prize. They have 2 games, a back-to-back battle. Sometimes the first game's in Cape Breton, but sometimes the second game's in Cape Breton, or opposite. But last year, December 31st, no, December 29th, but always, as far as I remember back, my hockey team, Northside Vikings, always had their hockey night at the Nest on Battle of Nova Scotia for as long as I was playing. I don't know if that was always the case, but yeah. Just a minute. Okay, here we go. History of the Battle of Nova Scotia. Back in 1820, the British colony of Cape Breton was merged with Nova Scotia, and the capital shifted from Sydney to Halifax. Two cities in the region with some fundamentally different challenges at the time. A rivalry was born. The Battle of Nova Scotia, more recently taken to the ice at Centre 200 in Sydney, and Scotia Brighton Centre in Halifax, home of the qmjhl. This was a bit ago. Screaming Eagles, just to keep Britain Eagles, and Mooseheads. Although this match goes from far beyond hockey, and the first encounter between these squads in October 1997. 20th anniversary of this qmjhl rivalry and its subsequent bragging rights will be on the line, as both teams prepare for the rivalry weekend on October 13th, 14th. I don't know when this was made. Thanks for the Keep Breton 6 head-to-head wins in 9 games last season, including a sweep. Okay, the Haley Cup. I knew I should knew that. I don't know how I couldn't think of that. I knew it was something that I hate just on the tip of my tongue, as all I was reading. But But there will be more history on the Battle of Nova Scotia / Haley Cup. So let's get back to the teams now. The Quebec Ramparts, the Moncton Wildcats, the Rimouski Oceanic, the Victoriaville Tigers, the Charlottetown Islanders, the St. John Sea Dogs, the Swinnergren Crackers, and I'm skipping a few. Drummondville Vultures, the Gatineau Olympic, the Blainville Bronzeyard Armada, Rwanda Huskies, the Sugarbrook Phoenix, the Val-d'Or Followers, and that's all of them. But now, back to the history of the memorial, the Haley Cup. The Haley Cup. The Haley Cup. Okay, so this was made December 7th, 2016. The Cape Land Screaming Eagles and the Halifax Mooseheads are proud to be taking the annual Battle of Nova Scotia to new heights this holiday season. Today, the longtime rivals announced these tales of the first ever Haley Cup, which not only honors the rich history of the game, but will serve as a symbol of supremacy near Nova Scotia major junior hockey teams. The Irish field game of Haley was first taken to the ice by the boys of King's College School in Windsor, Nova Scotia, around 1800, and over a period of decades, adapted into what became known as hockey. Windsor has since widely been adopted as the birthplace of hockey. The winner of the annual holiday series will be decided on a great score, and goal scored in the opponent's building will serve as the first tiebreaker. The Screaming Eagles, I'm not going to say it again, but you know, they changed the name this season, so it's different, because they just changed it in the 2019-20 season. And Mooseheads will continue to wear the special Battle of Nova Scotia jerseys, which will again be off to fans at the game. Fans who bring the food bank donation to the game in support of Free Nova Scotia will receive a ballot to win one of the game-winning jerseys. Aside from the winning the inaugural Haley Cup and keeping possessions for 2017, the winning team will also be outfitted in Under Armour Haley Cup Champions attire. Cape Breton will host the opening game of the series on Friday, December 30th at 7 p.m. at Central Clinic. Tickets are no longer available, though. So, that's a little bit of history. Now let's find the history of the QM. I just want a longer video for once, guys, so I'm just trying to take this one out more, but there might be a little bit of cuts. Sorry for using Wikipedia this time, but this one is Wikipedia. The Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. I'm not pronouncing French, sorry guys. Operated qmjhl in English, LHJMQ in French. It's one of the three major junior ice hockey leagues. Concentrate the Canadian Hockey League. The league introduced teams in the province of Quebec, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI. The current president of the qmjhl is Carlos Cortin. The President Cup is the Champions Trophy of the league. The qmjhl champions then go on to compete in the Memorial Cup against the OHL and the WHL champs. and the CHL host team, the qmjhl, that currently adopted a rapid and offensive style of hockey. Former qmjhl players hold many of the Canadians' Hockey League career in a single season offensive records. Hockey Hall of Fame alumni of the qmjhl includes Mario Lemieux, Gord Lefebvre, Ray Brook, Pat LaFan, Mike Bossy, Dennis Savard, Mitchell Bouchette, Luc Labrit, and goaltender Patrick Roy. And now, since we got the Patrick Roy, you may not know this, but Patrick Roy retired. I believe he played with the Montreal Canadiens. But I'm not sure because I'm not really good with hockey history. But Patrick Roy is the coach of the Quebec Impacts. Yep, you heard me right. He's the coach of the Quebec Impacts. So I'll hook it up for you. Hopefully my phone will focus. Maybe not. I don't know, maybe he was just a spare for that game. Because I remember one game, I don't have the sheet with me right now, but I remember one game, I was at the Cape Breton Eagles game this season, and on the little photo sheets they give out, it says under one of the equipment managers of the Quebec Impacts, Patrick Roy. Oh, Patrick Roy played for Colorado at the Avs. Okay, so here's the history on Patrick Roy if you don't know him. Born October 5th, 1965, is a Canadian former professional ice hockey goaltender and the former head coach and vice president of hockey operations for the Colorado Avalanche of the National Hockey League. He is currently here's the real thing. He is currently the general manager and the head coach of the Quebec Impacts of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, qmjhl. He is regarded as one of the greatest goaltenders of all time. In 2017, Roy was named one of the 100 great NHL players in history. Nicknamed St. Patrick, Roy split his playing career in the NHL between the Montreal Canadiens, with whom he played for 11 years, and the Avalanche, with whom played for 8 years. Roy won 4 Stanley Stanley Cups during his career, 2 with each franchise. Roy was born in Quebec City, but grew up in Quinte-Rouge, Quebec. In 2004, Roy was selected as the great goaltender in NHL history by a panel of 41 writers, coupled with a Semitis fan poll. On November 13, 2006, Roy was introduced into the Hockey Hall of Fame. He is the only player in NHL history to win the Conn Smythe Trophy, the award given to the most talented player in the Stanley Cup 3 times. The only one to do so in different decades, and the only one to do so for 2 teams. Roy number 33, jersey, is retired by both the Canadiens and Avalanche. Roy is widely credited with propagation the butterfly style of goaltending, which has since become the dominant style of goaltending around the world. He has previously served as the general manager and head coach of the Quebec Leopards, the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League (qmjhl), positions to which he may return. He returned in May 2018 before stepping down in the 2016 offseason. Roy had been the head coach of the Avalanche since the 2013-14 season. January he won the Jack Adams Award. I know, guys, I'm dragging this video on, but I know it's gonna be long, so you might just want to take a break, come back, get a few snacks, get an extra cushion for your bottom, maybe. Yes, I know mine's starting to hurt. I might cut it here and go get water and something because I'm talking a lot during this video. That's why when I'm searching up, I don't really talk much because now the recording just hit like 16 minutes. And I don't really edit any of this out because I don't want to cut just in case I mess the video up. Except for like stopping and starting the little square button again. Oh, never mind, I can just pause this. It's new for me just to be recording on Windows 10 and editing on Windows 10 because on Windows 10 there's an editing software built in right to the system. So, I'll be back in a quick minute, but you won't even see a transition. Hi guys, I'm back. Even though it wasn't anything for you, it was probably, I just paused the recording. And it wasn't like a day or so, it was just like 2 minutes to get a bottle of water for me. But now, it's the franchise history of the Cape Breton Eagles, that's the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles, / off teams. I didn't realize where they moved from. Yeah, I didn't realize where they were moved from. But yeah, so, a franchise history. The franchise was granted to the J. F. Soil LPs Blackhawks for the 1969-70 season. Then they moved from Severe Soil to Vendane in 1977 to become the Vendane Aspirant. In 1979 they played in both Soil and Vendane before moving back to Soil for the next season. In 1981 they moved to Granbury to become the Granbury Basin. And in 1995 changed their name to the Granbury Predators. In 1996 the Predators won the Memorial Cup. In 1997 they moved to Sydney to become the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles. Prior to the Eagles' arrival, Sydney played host to the AHL Cape Breton Oilers from 1988 to 1996. So, as you heard me right, there was a AHL team in Cape Breton before the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles came, the qmjhl. I knew this long ago because if you go over to 7200, you will see the Cape Breton Oilers flag saying the Memorial Cup champions, which they didn't take with them. They left it at the arena. Don't ask me why, but the Vegas Golden Knight goaltender, Montgomery Fleury, played for the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles. And I just saw a little tab of the retired numbers, and the only number they have retired, I should have knew this because they have up in the rafters, in like a frame, plastic frame, is Montgomery Fleury's 29. I should have knew that because it's the only numbers they have up there, up in the rafters. And I have nothing up there. I don't know why I'm pointing up there because I'm not in the arena right now. And they canceled a lot of games for the qmjhl season because of the COVID-19, like all the other things. And it was supposed to be going on the day they postponed the tournament. I believe we might still have the tickets downstairs. It was March 13th, 2020. I forget what team they were playing, but Moncton Wildcats? Don't quote me on that, because I'm not sure. This is the longest video on the channel, because the recording is about to hit 20 minutes. So, yeah, I think I might end it here soon because my throat's getting sore because I didn't have this water the whole video. Because I feel like I'm going to go through this tonight. I'll go through a lot of water tonight. One, I have to make more videos after this one. Even though I might not, because this one's not enough. It might take me 3 days to upload this video. Right now it's June 3rd, 2020 when I'm recording this. Same as the other one I recorded before this. God. I'm gonna take a break, but I will be back recording. Hey guys, I'm back. Even though it wasn't that long. Or it wasn't even thing for you, but I took like a 10-second break. But I decided this is going to be the end of the video, so I'd like to thank you all for watching. And if you made it this far, leave a like on this video. And go follow me on Instagram, Conor. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, and bye! Hi YouTube, what's up? Today is for my sports channel. So, please remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Today we're going to be talking about the qmjhl draft that happened over the past weekend. Friday, June 5th and Saturday, June 6th. I forgot to get everything set up again. But I'll be back with you shortly, once I've written down everything. Hopefully everything. I'm sorry if I mispronounce names, team names, but I should have all of them down because I am from around here and I've been practicing them a little bit. But it's my first year with this channel because of COVID-19 and stuff, but this channel should... But sorry if I forget about it, because I do forget about stuff now and then. So I'm sorry about that. But now, it won't be long, but we'll be back shortly. Okay guys, I've got some stuff up on my phone. It's the top 20 picks. I'm not sure how many teams are in the qmjhl. I believe there's like 16, so it might be a little bit of the second round pick. But I'm not sure. I think there's 18 actually. But here's the top 20 picks of the qmjhl, the 2020 qmjhl entry draft. For the first overall was Gatineau Olympic. They chosen the defenseman Tristan Lemieux. There will be info maybe at the end if I bother putting it in. So like that. And then the second overall pick goes to Gatineau again, and they pick our left wing Anton Vereu. The third overall pick goes to St. John Sea Dogs, and they pick center Linton Critters. And then for the fourth pick, it goes back to Gatineau. They pick center Samuel Savoy. And then for the fifth overall pick, it's the Quebec Ramparts, and they pick defenseman Evan Nurse. The sixth overall pick goes to Valdor Forges. They pick goaltender Vincent Ferland. And then the seventh overall pick is from Victoriaville Tigers, and they pick defenseman Pierre-Olivier Roy. And then here what gets me, Gatineau had 4 picks in the first round in the top 10, so you can guess the 8th overall pick. The 8th overall pick is the Gatineau Olympic, and they chosen defenseman Noah Warren. And then the 9th overall pick is Winnington, and they pick defenseman Michael Dominican. No. Mast Road Dawn Inco. And for the 10th overall pick goes to the Armada, Plainsville Bromley-on Armada, and they chosen center Jonathan Fanchon. And then the 11th and 12th pick go to Drummondville Vultures, and they pick center Luke Woodward for the 11th, and for the 12th they pick defenseman Maverick Lemross. And for the 13th pick goes to Moncton, and they pick center Young Lotion. And the 14th overall pick go to Halifax Mooseheads, and they pick center Marcus Winkley. And for the 15th overall pick goes to St. John, the defenseman Nathan Drapeau. And the 16th overall pick goes to Acadie Bathurst Titan, and they pick defenseman Lane Hickley. And the 17th overall pick goes to the Cape Breton Eagles, and they pick goaltender Nicholas Ruccia. 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 Rick Ruccia. Nicholas Ruccia. And the 18th overall pick goes to the Halifax Mooseheads for right winner Justin Damas. And the 19th overall pick goes to Victoriaville for left wing Nathan Morin. And the 20th overall pick goes to the Morin Huskies for defenseman Dylan Gill. And I'm going to go back to the top for Gatineau, Tristan Renew. And he played for the Truth Rivers kid. He was born January 12th, 2004. He posted 6 goals and 24 assists for 30 points in 37 games in the 1920 season. So we're just going to skip a few. So, because I don't want to go through all of them, because this video would be like 5 hours long. So we're going to check goaltender Nicholas Ruccia. Laval, Montreal, Royal. He played 22 games, had a 2.5 goal against average, and SVS, whatever that stands for, which I don't really know, is .903. So let's now go to the Cape Breton Eagles, because I'm just going to the Cape Breton Eagles right now. Hopefully I can find all of them. Sorry about this, I'll just pause. Okay, here we go guys. I found the Eagles second round pick 35. Let's put those on Lucas Canning. Lucas posted a 38 points in 34 games for Pitt Major Midget last season. And at the 48th pick of the third round, the Eagles have chosen forward Kobe Hogan. Kobe posted 37 points in 34 games with Charlottetown last season. The Eagles have required updates from the Cape Breton Eagles trade/draft. I don't know what the name of this video is going to be. It might just be qmjhl updates. The Eagles have acquired defenseman Jacob Sergu from the Royan Nevada Huskies in exchange for a 54th overall pick in 2020 and an 8th and a round 8 pick in 2021. Jacob has 3 assists in 52 games in his rookie season with the Huskies. 83rd overall, and in the 5th round, the Eagles have selected defenseman Penguins Jim Beattie. He has 7 points in 34 games last season. With the 89th pick in the 5th round, the Eagles have selected Jacob Long. Jacob had 10 points in 34 games last season with Fredericton. With the 91st pick of the 5th round, the Eagles have chosen forward Kazee Lyon from St. John Midget AAA. Kiefer had 24 points in 36 games last season. With the 98th pick in the 6th round, the Eagles select forward Alexei Bonfim. Alexei posted 12 points in 41 games last season. With the pick 109 of the 6th round, the Eagles are slated to select defenseman Matthias Ells from Halifax. Matthias posted 17 points in 35 games in 2019-20. In the 7th round, 113th pick, Eagles choosing Nicholas Hughes. In the 7th round, 115th pick, the Eagles choosing Davis Cooper. Pick 127 of the 7th round goes to forward Olivia Hughes. Olivia had 29 points in 24 games last season. 138th overall, in the 8th round, the Eagles select defenseman Kevin McKenna. Kevin posted 4 points in 34 games in 2019-20. With the 163rd pick of the 9th round, the Eagles select defenseman Noah Moore from Cole Harbour Woodpeck Midget AAA. Noah had 9 points from 35 games last season. With the 181st pick in the 10th round, the Eagles selected Nolan Swart from Shotgun Midget AAA. Nolan boasted 9 points in 38 games last season. Another goaltender with the 199th pick in the of the 11th round, Eagles select goaltender Noah Harvey from Dartmouth Steel Sabru Midget AAA. Noah posted a .364 goal against average and a save percentage of .890 in 2019-20. With the 216th pick in the 12th round, the Eagles select defenseman Liam Chenhun from the Cape Breton West Islanders. Liam posted 15 points in 15 games. With the 235th pick in the 3rd round, the Eagles select Reese Eileen from the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. Reese posted 16 points in 30 games season with the Rush. Sorry about that. And that was the last pick of the 2020 qmjhl draft. Okay, so I'll just check the Mountain Wildcats Facebook page. Yeah, you know what? There will be another video on the qmjhl draft if I remember to do so. But if I don't, just go to qmjhl.ca and you'll sure, or just type in 2020 qmjhl draft in your search engine, and you will probably see a lot. So that's the way I found almost everything out. But I'm from Cape Breton, so I know the Cape Breton Eagles Facebook page. But pretty much all the qmjhl games sorry, qmjhl teams have a Facebook page. So if you want to find out any updates from teams, including trades, just go follow them on Facebook. They might even have Insta with another qmjhl, official qmjhl, has an Instagram and Facebook account. And I think the qmjhl also has a YouTube account. But I'm not 100% sure about that. But hopefully I get to stream the NHL entry draft, which I don't know when that will be happening. But hopefully I will get to stream it. Because I want to know where the projected first overall pick, Alexis Lafreniere, is going. Because there was only one time where I saw Alexis Lafreniere play. He got 0 points in that game. It was versus the Quebec Eagles on February. I want to say it was on the leap day, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm checking. It's either the 28th or the 29th. I'm not sure. But just a minute, guys. And I'll find out for ya. Then on one. There we go. Just a minute, guys. Sorry about this, guys. I know I should have put this up, but I didn't know I was going to be talking about it. February. Huh? Huh? February 1st, February 7th, 8th, 9th. Oh, it was February 22nd, 2020. The Eagles won by the score of 4-2. Did Alexis get any points? Because I can't remember. Box. Huh? Huh? Oh. Huh? I might show you my screen right now, guys. Okay, the CHL app is all messed up right now. Because on the home screen it says the Eagles won 4-2. Then you come into the box score, it says the Rimouski has 4, Eagles have 2, but then you look down, it says keep 4, Rim 2. So I'm going to show you my phone. Hopefully it'll focus. If not, there'll be a picture, screenshot from my phone at the end of this video, prob. Come on, focus in, focus in, focus in. Yeah. So there will be a little screenshot at the end of this video just to make it clear. If I can get everything edited. Hopefully this is up before the 10th of June. Which I'm going to schedule it if it does before the 10th of June. I might not be making any videos shortly because the weather's getting nicer out now. That's why I'm not really making videos, because I'm all over the place doing stuff now because everything's reopening after COVID-19 first wave. But in the fall we should be back on this channel with the second wave. Not talking about COVID though. But I might make a channel talking about COVID because I have a whole doc on it, which I might leave as a link below, which I might not leave as a link because I don't want anyone to read it except for my friends and me. So alright, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.